Hello, my name is Jennifer Lozano, and in this moment, in my reflection, I want to talk about the things that was remarkable in my practice process with the academic course in testing and evaluation in ELT. So, in my immersion practice, was developed in a very creative way and very organized because the practice process in which the course took me was very complete with CINEP in high school virtual. I start with the process that must be carried out when designing a standardized test according to the type of group of students to whom it is oriented. It is important to keep in mind that to design them, the teacher must have full knowledge of what type of topics and level of English competencies are evaluated in each test. So, in this part of my story with my practice process this semester with this academic course was that I could see some students felt bad with English subject because they felt that they didn't understand anything about the subject. When I start with call each one, I felt that thing with English subject. So I tried to motivate it and call each week and help with the activities that they had to develop in that moment in my practice process. And when they feel that have a teacher that help, that understand them, they start to feel more secure and enhance the motivation part in the subject. So after this, in the file of practices, led us to interact with the students by applying this test depending on the group of students we work with. With CINEP, I had the opportunity to work with intercultural resource about idioms because I think that they need vocabulary, but with the time they use the same vocabulary. So I think it's important to enhance or improve the English level with idioms or phrasal verbs. No, I say that is not recommendable. Way to the topic to phrasal verbs to teach to the students this way to sound like a native. So when I had the opportunity to teach this, the students feel very, very motivated, and the teacher likes the class too because it's different. Normally, when you start to the practice process, you start with grammar rules, simple past, present simple, yes, because it's according to level. In my case, I have to work with A2 level, but it's necessary to change that traditional classes and traditional topics. In CINEP, in high school virtual, I had the opportunity to design other types of materials, such as objects of information, and I did a pre-saver test and focused some topics in teach pronunciation and intercultural, as I said for a moment. The design of all this material was taught for virtual classes because CINEP is only virtual. I had a student of China I had a student older, and that student was very important for me because she wanted to learn really, but she didn't have a stable connection of internet, so I helped a lot, and she felt very, very good with that, and I feel very good with that because that's the idea when you study this and you design material and you assess learners, you assess and you can look after with the problems or difficulties that they have. So when we are do so formal or informal assess, you can help the learners to improve the skill that they feel insecure. What else? I would like to say that this process with academic course of testing and evaluation in ELT is one of the more awareness in relation to whole process of evaluating students. I understand that we must have, during our class development, the ability to evaluate all the time, because the informal evaluation allows me to highlight difficulties, improve them through meaningful feedback. The feedback is very important. Or strengthen them with that. When I develop formal evaluation processes, the student feels that he has learned and has the intellectual tools necessary to apply them and answer correctly. Finally, I say that the reasons or goals for this course for me was enrich the process of pedagogical practice of the part of the teacher in training, in this case with me. I give applicability to a design test and analyze it in a quantitative way, the results, and in a qualitative way, determining expect in the students at that moment of taking a test, self-confidence, security, and way to development. And finally, other goal that I could see was identify difficulties of knowledge in the learners. For example, their knowledge in relation to the level in English in CNEP that they should handle either by age or type of hourly intensity in the subject that the institution has. So with the time, that aspects, the idea is improve that. But I think that the most important thing is give this self-confidence, motivation, and stay with them in each step with the process, because it's a virtual education, but they need feel that is a teacher there that can help them, and that's enrich all the process, and not only in knowledge, also in other aspects as social and personality of them. So that was my important things that the practice process gave to me in this semester. Thank you.